Welcome back. Now, being a student ambassador is one of the best positions on campus. This prestigious role means that officials trust you to promote the school in the best possible light. Joining us in studio from the University of Technology, Jamaica, to tell us how important it is to them are Trudian and Dalley from the College of Health Sciences, and we also have Alrick Francis from the College of Business and Management. Welcome to Sunrise.
Thank you and good morning.
And good morning to you as well. So the University of Technology has just recently launched a Students Ambassadors program. Trudian, tell us briefly what this program is about.
So this program was initiated where it basically identifies qualified students which exemplify the university core values, and this is usually through sports, academics, voluntary service, community development, and entrepreneurship.
Mm-hmm. Now, you are from the medical sciences.
That is correct.
The health sciences. What area specifically?
I'm currently attaining my degree in pharmaceutical technology at the moment.
All right, so before we go to Alrick, I'm going to stick a little longer with you, Trudian, because the thought is that students pursuing courses such as you are focus only or almost entirely on getting the good grades to stay competitive. Where are you finding the time for the Students Ambassadors program?
I find the time throughout the week and on weekends, as I was recently a resident student on Hall B at the University of Technology, as well as on the weekends I partake in a lot of voluntary service and community development.
Right. Now, Alrick, you are also on the Students Ambassadors program.
Yes, I am.
What year are you in terms of your studies?
I'm in my fourth year.
You're in your fourth and therefore final year?
Final year.
All right, so when you have the pressures of exams to make sure your GPA is as close to 4.0 as possible, if not more, you are giving back to the university community through the Students Ambassadors program. What's in it for you?
What's in it for me? Well, as the student ambassadors, what they do, there are three benefits to us. Mm-hmm. The first benefit is professional development.
Right.
So that entails, programs that helps us in developing our skills and assets. Another benefit to us is networking. And so with the program, we're able to network with persons on a whole, including other stakeholders. And the final opportunity that is for us is exposure. And so, because we are the frontiers of the university, we'll be exposed in every single area that it is we found ourselves in as students.
No, one aspect of the job description, Alrick, for Student Ambassador is to help incoming students transition from either secondary or work into tertiary studies.
Yes, that is correct.
How difficult was it for you to transition?
Well, for me, it was tough.
You came straight from high school to university, or you were working for a while?
No, I went to Cape as well. So
okay.
That's how I transitioned from Cape to university.
Yeah.
I would consider it to be culture shock in the sense that when I just started, I never knew how to navigate myself into the university, no way whatsoever. And so even in selecting the modules, it was terrible. It was very terrible to the point where it was somebody else who actually had to select the modules on my behalf.
Right. How about you, Trudian? What was it like transitioning from secondary and matriculating at the university and becoming a confident member of the school community?
It was difficult at first, as I was always at home with my parents. However, I was now boarding, which was a gradual change. However, the opportunity of being a dorm student made me the individual that I am today. And I am proud to be a Knight.
Yes. Now, one of the things, and one of the reasons why I asked what's in it for you, I'm not suggesting that the purpose for being an ambassador is to harvest what you can from it, but there are benefits, one of which is a scholarship program. Which of you will talk to us about the scholarship program?
Scholarship program?
Yeah, in terms of the scholarship arrangement with China. Not going to touch on that one?
No.
All right, so what other benefits? You speak about the networking, and I want to just elaborate on that for a while, to especially older viewers. The younger generation speaks about their network as part of their net worth. It's an important aspect of getting to know who potential employers or business partners will be. What has that been so far for you, Alrick?
Networking. Well, for me, it has been exposing me to a lot of persons who are in authority as well as
professionals in the field,
as well as professionals. And so with harvesting these persons and being in the company of these persons, I myself can learn from them so that in being a better individual to society, things can work out in my favor.
Right, and that might appear more important for students doing the business programs than students doing the health sciences program. But for health sciences as well, networking is important, Trudian.
It's very important, as well as being in the industry itself. You come across individuals from different backgrounds. It also helps to build you. Being an ambassador thus far, it has created new avenues for me in terms of success where I am and where I am going, as I was recently a scholarship for the UTech Students Union, the President's Award. So
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I would say that it has created avenues in that the program has allowed me to step outside my comfort zone and achieve this. And I will say that
Let me guess, you're going to say before you did the program, you were very shy.
That is correct. However, I was encouraged by the president herself, that's Miss Tia Ferguson.
Yes.
So I must say thank you to her for believing in me and pushing me to step outside of my comfort zone.
And Tia is also a pharmacy student.
She is a pharmacy student.
Yeah. For you, Alrick, you don't seem to have had a shy moment anytime over the last 10 years.
10 years. No, I'm personally not a shy person. Maybe in my initial stages.
Yeah.
But because I have been exposed to so many things, as in, the whole public space, it is, in a sense, natural for me to actually be out there.
Right.
So it wasn't a shy moment. It was more of an opportunity.
No, being a student ambassador is nothing like being a prefect or a student counselor. No, how do other students respond to student ambassadors in terms of your presence as the faces and voices of the various programs and of the university as a whole? How are your colleague students responding to you now as a student ambassador?
Well, so this happens about 2 days ago. So the Instagram page for UTech JA, they had posted a picture of us on their Instagram page,
right,
stating the college and the faculty that we're from, and one sentence stating why, we are a part of this program. And somebody from marketing seminar, which is the seminar that I'm doing now, they posted in the group, and persons were, saying congratulations and so on. And so what I've realized is whenever we are in a position like this, there is some level of respect. And not just respect, but the fact that we had taken on our challenging role and had decided that irrespective of the odds, we're still going to represent the university and represent it well.
Right. For you, Trudian, you've mentioned Tia, the student's president, as well as your ability to step out of your comfort zone. For incoming students who want to be able to assimilate quickly in the university community when they become UTech students, would you recommend the program to them?
I would definitely recommend the program, as initially I wanted to do pharmacy, but I'm currently doing pharmaceutical technology and I've developed a love for it.
Right.
So from my personal experience, the challenges and so forth, I would definitely recommend it, as there's growth in the market for the course pharmaceutical technology, as it's very limited at the moment, as in the industries that we're able to working at the moment. So I do see it being pushed forward in the future.
Push forward for here in Jamaica,
for
or
Jamaica,
the rest of the region and the rest of the world?
It exists throughout the rest of the world. However, for the region of Jamaica, I do see growth.
Yeah. All right. Which high school did you go to?
I went to Herbert Morrison Technical High School.
Oh, and have you been back to your alma mater to promote the University of Technology? Will that be one of the aspects of your work as a student ambassador?
I have been there, but not to promote the institution. However, I have been in communication with students.
Yeah. And were you always, while at Herbert Morrison, interested in pharmacy? Or
I have
pharmaceutical
been.
studies?
I have been.
Yeah. What prompted that?
I had a brother, Garcia. He was ill. He had kidney failure. And so it pushed me into the medical field.
Right. As a learning from experience what loss could be like and therefore giving back through that kind of service. Which high school did you go to, Alrick?
Very technical high school.
And did you always want to go into business management?
Yes, I have been going to business management ever since.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you been back to your institution to promote UTech?
Well, not recently, but because I have a Facebook page and there are persons who still follows me.
You're a bit of a celebrity. I
wouldn't say celebrity, but you know, because I had to be honest, I believe I had an impact on my high school because I was the head boy.
Right.
And so...
Oh, you're being modest. This is the first head boy that ever comes on a program and goes, I believe I had a bit of an impact on my high school. But continue, Alrick.
I was the head boy, and so persons had known about me, both staff and students on the whole. And so there are persons who still follows up with me concerning certain things. And so know that I am in a position like this.
A position of influence.
Right. It would be a congratulating moment for the school and a whole.
Yeah.
Because it would bring them a sense of gratitude, saying that, okay, we have produced somebody who have gotten to this point of becoming an ambassador for a renowned university in Jamaica.
Right. For a moment, I thought you were going to burst into song and sing toast. No.
I do music in as
You do music as well?
Yes.
No. When you would have graduated in a few months' time, and the reality of no longer being a student, the spheres of influence that you have enjoyed up until then, what is that one thing of being a University of Technology student that you believe prepares you to deal with the challenges as they unfold? Okay,
so to be honest, university has taught me how to be content.
To be content?
Content, right. And so having a university life, you know, there are some expectations and some really high expectations. Some people will say that because you're at university, then you're supposed to have this, or you're supposed to be like this, or you're supposed to behave like this, right? What the university has taught me is that irrespective of the challenges that I face as an individual, I should not give up. And then in not giving up, it had helped me to understand myself as an individual, and with the contentment, whether up moment or down moment, life does not end there. Yes.
So even in the highs, you know it's temporary, and in the lows, it's definitely temporary.
Right.
What about you, Trudian? How many years before you're finished with your studies?
I'm actually finished this Friday, where I have my last presentation before I'll become a graduate.
After the day after tomorrow.
That is correct.
Yeah. And looking back on it, did you think it, well, firstly, was it, now that you're able to look back on it, was it as hard as many people thought it would be, or something tells me you had it a little easier than you thought you would have?
It was devastating.
Says the ambassador, but continue.
It was devastating. However, the journey, though it was not easy, it has allowed me to appreciate the simpler things in life.
Yeah.
It has taught me to take initiative in moving forward and overcoming these obstacles. It has taught me that patience is critical, as nothing happens before the time. And in order to get success, you have to just allow things to fall in place. You can't be laid back, don't get me wrong. But you have to put in the work to get the results in order to be successful.
So you have changed the proverb which says patience is a virtue to patience is a necessity.
That is correct.
All right. Now, for that student just about to start CSEC, who is thinking about going to the tertiary level immediately after high school, what's that one gem of advice that you could give them?
That one gem that I would say, life as a student is never easy. You have to set your goal, you have to maintain persistence, you have to allow initiative to be flowing, and most importantly, just put your best out there, as your best is good enough.
Put your best out there. What would be your gem of advice to those students contemplating after CSEC? Well, they should have applied already.
Right.
Yeah. So what would be your gem of advice in terms of the expectation of being a university student?
Okay, so my gem would be, do not be afraid to launch out irrespective of your financial situation. Because I realize that finance is one of the major issues that students are having. And speaking from a personal experience, I am without a student loan. And so with that in mind, I will encourage them to just do well, have a positive outlook and outset on life, maintain a reputation, and try your endeavor best to set your mind on what it is you're hoping to achieve, and the money will come.
Did you set your goals the way you've described when you were becoming a year one student at UTech?
Well, I'm a man of faith, to be honest, and so I trust God in all things.
Right.
And with that, it alone had motivated me to move forward.
Yes.
And so even before I started university, I was homeless. But it never deterred me from moving forward. And I'm here today because I trusted him enough to take care of everything.
From homelessness through student loans to university.
Student loan? No student loan.
No student loan.
No student loan. Grants, scholarships, bursaries.
From homelessness, grants, scholarships, bursaries to on the verge of graduation as student ambassador at UTech.
That's correct.
And a former head boy.
Former head boy.
And you just believe that you had some amount of influence? Has it when it next dawns on you as to the impact you are likely to have with the journey you've already covered to what is ahead of you? Please remember CVM at Sunrise. But I'm happy to speak about the launch of your book.
No problem.
That has not crossed your mind yet?
Yes, I have actually had that in mind.
Oh, I'm almost sure I can tell you his zodiac. And for you, Trudian, in terms of the goals you had graduating from high school, have you lived those goals as you have mapped them to where you are now?
I have.
Yes.
I have.
Any time at all when you thought, this is not the journey for me?
I actually, from first year to third year, every year I've considered, okay, this is not the course for me.
Yeah.
Until third year when I was placed in an industry in Montego Bay where I realized that this was my passion, and I've set some goals and I've accomplished them. I can recall speaking to my parents and saying, hey, it's my final year, this is what I'm going to achieve, and I won't stop until it's completed. I went for the scholarship, I received the scholarship, I went for the ambassador, I got the ambassador position. I also started my own cosmetic line, which I've started recently, and I'm just having faith. It's within my course of study, and I'm really excited about it.
Yes.
So I'm just allowing everything. As I said, patience is a necessity, as you stated before. So I'm just allowing things to work out in accordance.
Thank you, Alrick. Thank you, Trudian. No, their lecturer, Mr. Hector Wheeler, should have been on set with them. I'm not loading him up. I'm actually realizing that he was not nervous at all in having these two ambassadors represent not just themselves, their alma maters in terms of their high schools, but the University of Technology and the Students Ambassadors Program. We wish you well. We can tell that you have a journey of success ahead of you, and believe that they also have the anchorage to see it through. We're on a break. It's now time for the morning edition with Whitney Levy. More Sunrise when we come back. Well done.
Thank you.